Annette with Poly by Design. I'm here with Doris Tulifau, owner, creator of Brown Girl Woke. Would you say that's correct?
Kind of. Brown Girl Woke has always been out there. I just wanted to make sure that that other girls know we could wear it too. Because I feel like we're brown, but we don't think we're the same as Spanish, Asian, other brown girls. So I want to make sure that we're all together in this next movement, especially now, what's happening now in America.
And then, I hear your name a lot in the Polynesian community, positive role and everything that you're doing. What is moving you now? What is like your passion or what you're working on?
I think a lot of people that know me, I've been doing a lot of nonprofit work for a very long time. And I think when you grow up in a Samoan church, like I grew up in a very strict Samoan church, you don't lose those morals. You just find a way for those morals to be seen in other places. And whenever I do work, like nonprofit work, people are always like, where do you get this from? Where do you get this patience from? Or any of these things. I'm like, I grew up in a Samoan church. And if you grew up in a Samoan church and you're young, you never win. You just keep on going. You just keep on cleaning. You keep on doing the work. And you know that it's God's work. And I think that's where I find all the greatness of what I do is because I know it's God's work and just keep on moving and people are going to see it. It just takes time.
I love that. And so tell me about yourself. You're originally from South City and go ahead.
I'm originally from South City. My family moved. We wanted our church to grow, so we moved to Modesto. I spent a few years there before I left to go to college. And I went to school in Oregon, and then I went to school at Sac State, and then I went back to school in Hawaii. So just trying to keep on moving, showing girls that we're in college, especially a brown girl. And that has a little bit to do with the sweater too.
Yeah, I love your sweatshirt that I'm currently wearing. Thank you. Has there been anything has been anything that's been a roadblock for you, and how did you get out of it? If there was a roadblock.
Yeah, no, you know what? I don't think there has been a roadblock now. I think with everything that's happening, especially with, Trump nominated and everybody understanding that we're not safe anymore, that just awoke a lot of people. So the word woke has been trending for a long time. And I just wanted to highlight us like, okay, everyone's being awoken now. I want to make sure that we're on top, like we're at that level too. For any like Samoan, Tongan, Pacific Islander, we need to be woke. And this sweater will make you accountable. Like if you wear this sweater, I hope you walk aware of oppression, aware of racism. And that's why I'm promoting and pushing the sweater, just to make us accountable for things, especially now.
Is there any role model or anything or anyone that you think that helped you? Because you are a role model for women now. Is there someone that helped you and encouraged you to keep going?
I think, I'm a daddy's girl. So anywhere I go, I always talk about my father. But I always forget to talk about my mom, too, because she grew up the very traditional way where you highlight your husband all the time. And my mom had as many jobs as my dad, but she always wanted to make sure that I seen my dad in the light. And when I finally grew up and realized, damn, my mom has been there. It's just a very cultural thing. So my parents most definitely are my role models. Just to see my mom give that way to my father, and my father my father's like the greatest man ever, greatest husband, father, and see him never take advantage of that to my mom and still treat her like a queen has given me this like insight of what love should look like, what men should treat our women. And that's why it's easy for me. It's funny because some people that watch my videos think I'm always attacking Polynesian men, but it's not that. I always try to explain I come from a very amazing father, so I know what good is. Right. And once you know what good is, it's easy to see bad. So if I could be that person to speak to girls before you see the red flags, because for our culture, we don't like to talk about stuff. We like to brush everything under the rug. And I'm hopefully that next generation where it's time to speak. My grandparents came here with the struggle. My parents came with that burden. I don't have none of that. There's no reason for me to have any of those stigmas. So I should be fighting, or our generation should be fighting now, because we didn't come here in the 60s where they had to deal with racism. We didn't come not knowing, having it as a second language. There's no excuse for this generation anymore.
None. You're right. You're right. I love that positive attitude. And your dad has set high standards. So sorry, guys. You got to come with it. You have a conference. You got funding for a conference. Tell me about that.
So this will be the first Pacific Islander domestic violence conference. I've been working with this shelter for 6 years now. It's called My Sister's House. It's an Asian Pacific Islander shelter. And we finally got funding to do something just for Pacific Islanders. And I know a lot of people are like, well, it's a human, it's a human thing. I'm like, I know it's human, but I know for my people, we don't like to share spaces that much because of trust issues. So if I could do something where it's just us and I have doctors there that know about Pacific, our empathy with our culture and our traditions, then it might be easier to explain to them like what laws there is, because our people still don't know what's going on. The laws. If anything, like, sorry to go back to Trump, this made us realize we don't know a lot of laws, a lot of things going on. So having this conference, I'm excited because we're going to have a lawyer there to talk to women about when is it too late to still, make a petition or talk about it to court. It's exciting. This is the first year it'll be funded. There's nothing like this ever happened in the United States. And I know so many people that have seen domestic violence in their life that's Pacific Islander. For it to be the first is still crazy to me.
Doris, is there anyone in particular that you think is a role model that could be sitting here in the chair that either we can interview or you can interview that's helped you along the way, or someone that you think that's helped the Polynesian community?
Probably Uncle Neo. He's if there was anybody that has been there for me to understand nonprofit work and being in the trenches and understand it's all hard work, it's Uncle Neo with Utopia, because he's been doing this work for 30 years and he's still the only Pacific Islander LGBTQ nonprofit. There has not been another one but his.
You're the second person who's brought his name up as a role model, so we'll definitely get him in the chair, and hopefully you're here to interview him. Is there a website, or if people want to get a hold of you, where can they go?
Okay, you can find me on Facebook, Doris, Doris Tulifau, Tulifau, or my Instagram or any other social media is MZ_TUTU.
Thank you so much Thank you for the time. And again, get out there, brown girl woke.
I did not take a
Hold up.
Hold up.
And make sure that's